Morning. Morning. First three. Okay.
Three.
Three.
I'm okay.
Arne, first of all, what was it like watching the Arsenal Palace game all together the other night?
Different, because normally if you watch a game of football, you're either alone or with your family or with friends. Now we watched it all together, and it was a game that had a surprise. Before the game, I was surprised that it ended in a draw. During the game, I wasn't that surprised because Palace again showed where this league is all about. Very good performance as a team, and also a few very good individual performances. So yeah, in the end, maybe not a surprising result before the game. I didn't expect it to end in a draw.
It means you just need a point now to clinch the Premier League title. So how do you feel about that opportunity to do that in front of your home fans as well?
Yeah, first of all, that's a big responsibility because we are aware of the fact that the last time this club won the league, it was COVID time. So everybody is looking forward to Sunday. But we know that there's still a job to be done, and that's at least 1 point. And that's what we know, and hopefully our fans know as well when they come to the stadium, that they support us in the best possible way they can, which they've done the whole season. And are aware of the fact that we still need a point, and that's something we are definitely aware of here inside this building. So it's a nice game to look forward to, but it's also a responsibility we have for Sunday.
With that as well, how prepared are you for the emotion of the occasion? Because as you say, it is very different to the last time the club won the Premier League title, with everyone together.
Yeah, but first a game to be played against the Tottenham side that is playing for something special as well. Maybe not in the league, but definitely in the Europa League. So they want to go towards Bodo Klimt in the best possible prepared way. So yeah, we're only focused on, like I've said so many times, on the next opponent, and that is Tottenham now. So we will try to prepare the team the same way as we've done the whole season. And hopefully the players can bring the same energy, the same mentality towards the game as they've brought throughout the whole season. And the fans, we're expecting from them the same.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We're surrounded by history here, and I know you've mentioned that you've not thought about that yet, but there's only 11 managers who've ever won the Premier League title. You're about to become number 12 and the first Dutchman ever to do it as well. Have you given yourself any opportunity yet about what that would mean to be in those echelons?
No, I get these questions, so then it comes to your mind, of course, but that's the last thing you think about as a manager at this particular moment of time. The only thing I think about is hopefully they are all available, the players, and then prepare them, because I saw during the week again, I noticed last week how hard it was to win a game of football against a team that was, actually, I think they were relegated, not officially, but close to that because of the goal difference. And still, it was hard to get the win over the line. So I'm not getting carried away at all. I know we've faced Tottenham already 3 times, so I know how hard it is to beat them for us, and that's where my main focus is on.
And you talked about surprises in the game that you watched on Wednesday night. You said this is 4th time now this season. Can there be any more surprises? Are there things that you can take from the 3 games that you played against Spurs so far this season?
You can always be surprised by a game plan of a manager, but in the end of the season, every team played so many games, and it would be a bit weird to change your complete playing style in the end of a season. But during the season, this can happen a bit more. I think Tottenham knows the way we play, we know the way they play, but you can always adjust some details. But I think the big picture is clear for Ainge, Postecoglou, and for me as well, what we can expect.
Many people are saying this is more of an achievement what you've done because you inherited this squad. I just wondered what you thought of that, and also when you came in, did you really think this was possible in your first season?
Nah, said many times, if you come in, you don't, in the first days you're here, you just, first of all, look around you, how the training ground looks like, and then you start to work with your players. Then you're trying to get your playing style across, which we already knew we wouldn't change that much, but when players come back from holidays, when they've played at the national team sometime, you need to refresh them a bit, what is expected over here. Then if you walk through this door, if you walk in here or at Anfield, you know the expectations, you know the expectations are that this club has to win trophies. And that doesn't change when I walk through that door. So the good thing is, I said it a few times before, that most managers work here for a long time, so you have a lot of chances to win something. But so you're aware of that, but that's not the first thing you think about when you walk through this door.
Hi, Arne. What would you say to those who say the Premier League hasn't been as strong this season as in recent years?
That everybody can have his own opinion. And the nice thing in life is that if you have your opinion, or in life, in the parts of the world where we live in, if you have your opinion, you can share it with everyone. And that's a very positive thing to have in a country, that everyone can have his opinion. And yeah, as long as that opinion comes from his idea and not from another reason, but you might have a different opinion. That's the nice thing about the world we are living in, that everybody can have his opinion.
What's your opinion?
Difficult, because I'm only here for a year, so I can only tell you what I've experienced this season, and I think it's never been as exciting for top 4, top 5 finish, because in all the years before it was quite clear which clubs would probably get the first 3 or 4 positions. It's never been as hard to end up top 4, top 5 in the Premier League. So yeah, that, in my opinion, is a real difficult league, because that's what I've experienced over here. It's never been an easy game. It's always been very hard to win a game of football, but maybe that tells you something about us. Although we're not the only team in this league who finds it hard to win a game of football by a margin of 3 or 4 goals, and that was maybe easier 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. So either the teams are not so good anymore, the Liverpools, the Cities and the Arsenals, or we are still very good, but the other teams have the funds to spend just as much, or in some situations even more, than Arsenal, City and Liverpool.
Carl?
Oh, sorry.
The fans are obviously planning a big party on Sunday. I'm just wondering if you will be able to enjoy the game.
I enjoy to go to Anfield every single day, but the moment the referee blows his whistle, and even before that when I do my meetings, it's of course the focus is on trying to get the point or the win over the line. Normally we're only settling for a win, and a point is not enough. So the moment you enjoy is mostly when the referee blows his whistle. These are the 3, 4 or 5 minutes that you're really happy when you walk off the pitch. Then you walk into a dressing room where you always see 1 or 2 players that are not as happy as I am because they haven't played. So then already you start to think, oh yeah, okay, this has to be managed again as well. So then I need to go to the media. So it's mostly 3 or 4, 5 minutes that you're really happy. And then normal managerial life starts again. So yeah, enjoying is what you do after the referee has blown his whistle.
I would hope on Sunday, if you win, you'll allow yourself more than 3 or 4 minutes to enjoy it out.
That means that it's going to take a while before I go to the media. Okay.
Any more for the play coach? No.
Hi Arne, I wanted to ask about Conor Bradley. First of all, is he fit enough to play 90 minutes? I know he's just coming back from injury in the last couple of games. He hasn't managed a full 90. Is he fit enough now to play if need be?
That depends, of course, on the upcoming 2 sessions. But he was getting closer and closer to 90 minutes. I think it was the first and the second one were approximately the same amount of minutes. And it's normal if you played twice around 70 minutes, then the chance of you being able to play 90 is getting closer and closer. But we're also taking very good care of him because he had 2 injuries that were similar. So yeah, let's wait and see how he does today and tomorrow. If he's able to play, and if he's able to play, if he can make 90.
Also, I mean, he's done so well in his early Premier League career. It's easy to forget he's only played 26 games. I think he's only ever played full 90 on 3 occasions.
Okay.
With the rest of the season to come, and thinking about some of the left wingers, obviously Spurs have got the likes of Richarlison, Matisse Tel, then you've got Matoma, Martinelli, Pedro Neto. How key for his development is it for him to be able to face some of those really good elite Premier League players and maybe play some more full 90s between now and the end of the season?
It's going to be very important for him to become an even better player than he is now, to play many games in a row. Unfortunately for him, there's also another fullback who is world class at this club as well, with Trent AlexanderArnold. So that is probably the only reason why he hasn't played back-to-back games yet, because he definitely has the quality to do so. And I think that is the next step for him in his development, is to play every single week and feeling that pressure. And at a certain moment, probably that doesn't feel as pressure anymore. But that might be his next step. But as long as Trent is here, it's going to be a difficult step for him to make as well. But they are both very good fullbacks.
James?
Arne, there were stories in Portugal earlier on this week that if Darwin Nunees plays and starts another game, it would trigger a clause. I think it's €5 million Liverpool would have to pay Benfica. Is there any financial element in your thinking in terms of, or is it purely a footballing decision when it comes to picking the team for the rest of the season?
Do you always believe what journalists say?
Not always.
Not always. Me neither. Sometimes you should, but sometimes it's better not to believe everything that is written about players. So it's completely new to me, and I've said many times that I'm working at a club here where it's really nice to work. So mainly sports directors are judged by the players they bring in. For me, it's very important to have a great working environment, and I have that with Richard. So the last thing he would do, as I expect working with him for 10 months, is tell me, if you play him, it would cost us this much, and if you that he would never do. So I don't even think if it's true or yes or no, because we never talk about that. He never interferes with a lineup. It might be true, but if a journalist says it, we have to. How do you say that? We have to balance this if it's true or not, or nah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. And can I also just ask on Joe Gomez, where's he up to, and do you think he could still play again this season?
If his recovery goes well, he would be able to, maybe in the last 1 or 2 games of the season, but he's still not training with us yet. But he's coming closer and closer to train with the team. But then he's been out for a long time. So we're now just discussing Conor Bradley. It took him a while before he could even come in, or let alone start. So I think he will be available in the last 1, 2 or 3 games, if his recovery goes the way as planned.
Well done.
Thanks, Arne.
You're welcome.